Hello and welcome to another episode of Geek-Men and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds. I'm Dustin, and that there's Zombie.
And I am unapologetic. I am painting, so deal with it. How we doing today, Dustin?
Oh,
Same old, huh?
yeah, pretty much. I think the most exciting thing that happened today was my landlords came over and they blew leaves. Yeah, raked leaves. How do I want to put that?
I'm wondering where
using
this
blowers.
is going.
Huh?
So I'm wondering where this is going. You the conversation never starts off good where my landlords came over. So I was going,
No. No. See, we love them. They're just two of the kindest people in the world, and they mean a lot to us. So, I would compare it to more like family than landlords. But anyway,
Forgot to take my label off. Don't want any product placement. Unless you want to sponsor us.
Right. Yeah, Aquafina, do you want to sponsor us? We could use some water. I could use some water for sure.
Call us. I drink it. I'd go buy the cases of it.
I actually need some water right now.
That's all I ever drink. I'll take it back. I'll get like 1 cup of coffee in the morning, just kind of jumpstart my brain. But after that, I don't really drink anything else. It's water. Anyway, so we had a holiday. Nice to see
Zombie tonight.
Yeah. I wasn't sure this show was going to happen because honestly, I messaged Dustin a few days ago and said, "Look, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. It's just things are crazy here right now. There's a lot going on, and I've got so much stuff that I've got to do." But I was able to, make some time, pull some stuff together. So I'm here, and that's partially why I'm painting on camera right now too, to try and get a head start.
Make up for the time.
Yeah, so
I'm eating into your time. I'm sorry.
No. It's nothing like that. It's just I'm behind on everything I've got to do right now. Like I said, we had a holiday that happened. How was your Halloween?
It was good. Uneventful. I mean, we went to trunk or treating. I should have pulled up a picture of the girls, but
I didn't.
I had Megan and Wednesday Adams, which it turns out Megan was the only trick-or-treater that was Megan for Halloween.
Oh, really?
That we saw. But there were a dozen other Wednesdays. But the thing of it is we actually braided Cadence's hair, and that was a chore in of itself because her hair is so curly.
Okay. Yeah, I could see the curls being a problem.
Yeah. Hey, Jessica. And
hey, Jess.
Yeah, so then we actually spray painted it black, which again is another nightmare, you would think, but it all came out perfectly. We were even scared to look in the tub afterwards, but it was all good. There wasn't a mess in the shower. It was like, this is nice.
Yeah, the stuff today, man. That stuff today that they make, some of it's good if you get the good stuff. There's some of it though it's still kind of like, ooh.
Yeah.
I remember when I did my face paint and everything all those years ago for the Crow.
Mm-hmm.
It was grease makeup, and
yeah,
you couldn't, if you had, I couldn't scratch my face if it itched or something. I couldn't do that because I'd like claw off some of the makeup.
Yeah.
But now they have, like body paint and stuff like that.
Yeah. I always wanted to do that.
You can remove some of that with like baby oil.
Oh, yeah. Well,
but
luckily,
yeah,
neither of our girls had heavy makeup this time.
So they made out with the candy all right?
Yeah, they did all right. We probably could still stand to buy them some more.
You
It was a lot smaller scale than the last time. The previous times we've been, there was multiple aisles that they can go up and down. Because it was trunk or treating, and
right.
there were multiple aisles that they could go up and down. But this time there was only one, and you just went up the one aisle and then you were done. It was just like, oh, okay. It's fine. I mean, our kids don't need candy. I don't need candy, but I'm sure it would be nice to.
Who doesn't need free candy? Come on.
Oh, look at that. She made it to the show. Hello. And
Hey, April.
Sure we do. Yeah. She says, sure we do. Yeah. I mean, free candy is always good. And Jessica says she ended up going out and getting a ton of candy the day after, which we have not hit up those sales yet. And probably won't.
Half off candies, next to just as good as free candy.
I'll send them some of my candy.
Well, we took ours out full-fledged trick-or-treating.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Into a neighborhood, not our neighborhood, but into a neighborhood. No, we went to the same place we went to last year, and they did all right. Last year it was just them and two of their friends, but this year there was another friend tagged along, and then a couple of small children, like littles, like that. One of them they were carrying, and the other one they had in a wagon. So that slowed things down quite a bit. The older kids are like, let's go.
Yeah.
And the little ones, we're having to wait for them. So I don't think they got as much as they did last year,
right.
Even though we kind of circled the same block. But they did all right. My eldest, she put her own little costume together, kind of piecemeal. She had like some ghost themed clothing, and then we only had to pick up a couple of extra little bits and pieces to go with it. So it was kind of not a witch that is a ghost, but like a ghost themed witch. She had, the witch hat and all that kind of stuff. And then my youngest was like the classic Wednesday Addams.
Okay.
The black and white, the black dress with the white collar and the white cuffs.
Yeah.
And when you said you had a hard time braiding her hair, we're constantly braiding my kid's hair, but it's not curly, so it's not the same. No. It's not the same.
I mean, we had to spray it down and then pull it tight and then braid it. And it's just like, because if you just braided it, it would poof back up. And you had to pull it down. And so like her head's going back like this and, struggling to keep her head tight. And so that way we could braid it.
But poor girl. But no, they did all right. I saw a familiar face while we were out. A guy that he works for a contract company that we sub out sometimes. So he was out with his kids, and I almost didn't recognize him at first, but he's got a very distinctive mustache. So I hollered out his name, and he stopped, and he turned around, and he said, I thought that was you. And I said, yeah, I thought I recognized that mustache. And his wife and whoever else was with it, they were busting out laughing.
So Jessica says, my kids haven't been trick-or-treating since 2016. That's a bummer.
I tell you what, I think I'm going to participate next year in the trick or treating because they got some good stuff where we went. They even got one of the world's finest chocolate bars.
Oh,
And
what is that? Like a
they didn't
Toblerone?
they didn't say anything about it until we were done, and I'm like, what house was that? I would have walked up for one of those.
No kidding.
It's it's a fundraiser type of candy bar, but it's really good chocolate.
Yeah. Yep. April
I'm
was
missing the
saying, yeah, and then we
conversation.
played it. Oh, I just April was saying, yeah, and then we painted her hair black, which I
Oh,
had already
right,
mentioned. So,
right.
and I already mentioned that there wasn't a mess in the shower, a huge mess anyway. So,
Well, that's good. I'm
oh wait, so
glad.
you know what he's talking about?
What's
Very very good chocolate.
Yeah, it's called World's Finest Chocolate.
Oh, okay. I thought you were. Someone brought me. Some lawyer brought me a some Toblerone or whatever it's called. That's supposed to be like really nice chocolate or something, and as a as a thank you for, I don't know, doing something for him. I don't remember, but
I've never heard of
I've
that.
never heard of the very world's best chocolate or whatever. But
World's Best Chocolate. Look it up. And it really, the only time I've ever seen it is when people are doing like fundraisers and stuff. It's mostly like schools.
oh, gotcha. Yeah, and Jessica says, yeah, those fundraising candy bars are so good. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear that.
Oh, I
That's
need to pop
probably
that part.
one of
Shoot.
the things I miss about working where I used to work was people would have them on their desk for selling their kids and stuff,
Yeah.
selling
And
for their
they're,
kids, and it'd be like, oh yeah, I'll just go in and buy this real quick and take it back to my desk and munch on it.
oh,
World's
I would,
finest chocolate. Yeah.
I would always carry like a $20 bill in my wallet in case like just out of the blue somebody was selling. I'm like, yeah, here's a 20. I'll take that mini. They were like a buck a piece back then or whatever.
Right,
Now they're
right, right.
probably like $2 a piece or whatever. But yeah, I remember one year there was some kid, some coworker of kid was selling them, and I was like, yeah, I'll take a case. And they're like, what? I said, yeah, I'll take a case. And they're like, are you serious? Like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
serious. And if
Did
you're
I
still
stutter?
selling them by next payday, I'll take another case.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, I know what these are, okay?
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Candy.
Yeah.
I can't eat what I used to anymore. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I hear that.
they made a red velvet cake last night, or
Oh?
not last night, but yesterday while I was at work. I'm like, oh, you're killing me. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's on the docket for tonight? What do we got? Did
She
you
says,
you got anything in the box? What's in
yeah,
the
I
box?
do. Okay, so April says she made a cake too. When did you make a cake? Oh, that was a couple days
Oh,
ago, I think. I don't know. And then I used to sell them for my two oldest granddaughters. Everyone hung around my desk. Yeah. Uh-huh.
they're good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely why. It's like you buy one and then you're like, you know what? Maybe I'll go back for another one. And
Yeah. Or they branched out into like chocolate covered almonds.
yeah.
By the way, my favorite. It's probably a tie though. I'll take either if they've got them, like either the plain, just the chocolate, or the ones with the almonds in them, like the chocolate bars with
Yeah, yeah.
almonds in them. Because I love the chocolate, but man, we circled back to blasted chocolate. No. But then they started making, I can't get this apart. They started making chocolate covered almonds, like chocolate
Oh
covered
yeah, yeah.
peanut. So, and those are all right, but for the price, yeah, I just feel like the bars are the better deal.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I'm sorry. What'd you get? What's in your box?
Jessica said that we had a birthday cake November 1st for my son's birthday. Yes, well, happy birthday. I think I
Yeah.
said
Happy
that.
birthday, Jessica, son. From the Thunder Nerds.
Yeah. And last Friday, I guess I vaguely remember that. But and yes,
I
probably
think
to
you
the
didn't get any cake.
No, I did. I did. I did. It was just a couple days ago, so that's why I didn't remember.
This show
This show brought to you
brought to you in part by Cake and Candy. But not Aquafina, not yet.
Yeah. Okay, so Logan is her son's name. She named him after Wolverine.
There you go.
I do remember that.
Well, happy belated birthday, Logan.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what's in my box? Okay. Well, okay, that's probably the wrong phrase
That's
to
what
use.
she said.
Yeah, and anyway, I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna reveal this. Moving on. I got this fella.
Nice.
Goose Jogger. I ordered this. It was pretty much a year to the day.
Really?
Yeah. And
but Super 7, what are you doing?
I know, right? They're surprising us. There's only a few nitpicks that I have. One is his. Oh, I can do this. This thing. Yeah. Okay. One nitpick is this thing. It comes undone from his chest piece, and it's really hard to sort of finagle it back in there. So it's a little difficult to do, but I mean it's doable. It's just really bendy.
Are you ever going to take that off of him?
No.
Super glue that sucker down.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice if there was a little like divot in his chest, because I don't want this to slide around.
Yeah.
And like possibly scuff something up, but this is why I posed it this way, because this is how I'm going to leave it. And that's all I need it for.
Right.
But he has really, really good details. Like it almost looks like glitter under his eyes.
No, you lost me at glitter.
No, it almost looks like it. I said almost looks like he has glitter under his eyes, but it's just really, really well painted. And that's just the glare. But anyway, I really dig him. He's really cool. So I got that. And he has all of his accessories. Like I put Jaga's sword, because this is a unique sword that he only has in like one episode, but it's supposed to be his sword, not just the Sword of Omens. But
right.
Anyway, moving on. But yeah, I really dig this. Cool. And the other thing I opened was finally, I don't know if there's a proper term for these. They're effect pieces. I put together the one that was in Piccolo, Orange Piccolos. Oh, I could hold it up.
I have no idea.
I'm not sure if there was an actual term for these, like these blast effects that, I don't know, but it's like a Kamehameha, but I don't know. I don't know if there's a technical name for it, but
you mean
I put that together.
Are you asking about the move or the parts? What the parts are called, like the effect parts themselves? I don't know what you're asking.
I don't know what I'm asking either.
All right.
because the move is what, a Kamehameha. They just call it whatever they do. Like Gohan and all them do that. But I don't know. I just know it's not final beam cannon or whatever that cannon thing is.
Special beam cannon.
Special beam cannon, yes.
Yeah.
And which unfortunately broke on me.
What?
Yeah. Special beam cannon. It broke. Let's see if I can. Let's do this.
What broke?
So this part broke. This was attached. And it broke.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's just floating there, and I just got to be careful to not mess with it too hard. But I digress. That and Jaga were the two things that I opened this week. What about you? Did you get anything?
Okay. Yeah. Let me put this down and close my jar of paint so I don't knock it over and spill it.
Yeah, that's never a good thing.
Oops. Well, I'm painting out of my lap, which I hardly ever do. And I'm trying to save you from looking at me like this the whole show because I'm painting over my table.
Do what you got to do, man. It's all good.
I've got some stuff that's kind of in theme for part of the conversation tonight. I finally got some of these in.
Oh, nice. I think that's the one thing I don't have of that wave.
Yeah, it's made off of that that standard type of brain fart clone.
Yeah.
Figure body. You know, these were
was
like
it a phase one?
Yeah, and I think it's done from the first animated series that they did.
Yeah.
Where it's like kind of that art style.
Yep.
Forgive me, I forget the artist's name.
It's the same Genedevi Sakanimura, whatever. The dude who did Primal.
Yeah, we'll go with that. And then I got
nice.
Hair is terrible. My lighting is different tonight because I'm painting with some of my painting lights, but
nice.
I got in two of them. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
So these are the Purge troopers from that one scene in Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Yep. So I just wanted a couple of them to flank. What's her name?
Rava,
whatever. And then this one I'm pretty excited about. It took a while for me to get a hold of this one, this particular figure.
Ooh, Elvira.
Yep.
Nice.
Finally got my hands on one. And I'm not the biggest NECA fan, but I mean, come on. It's Elvira. I had to. Missed Halloween by that much. But she finally came in. So that's all I got.
Nice. Well, it's still
and most of that was wheeling and dealing through trades and stuff. So
yeah,
good old figure swaps. Because I ain't buying much of nothing lately.
No kidding. No kidding. And I mean, all the things that I get have been pre-orders from like a year ago or more.
Right.
So it's not like I'm rolling in it either.
I have a pre-order that should be coming in tomorrow.
Ooh.
Well, don't get too excited. It's from the Horseman. It's
right.
I couldn't even pre-order the whole second wave of the Cosmic Legions that they did.
Yeah.
So I've only got 2 figures coming. But
which 2 did you get?
I think I think Omega Level Toys is supposed to get that wave in too. So I'll just sweet talk Travis into letting me get them from him.
Right. Omega
um,
Level Toys. Plug.
yeah. It's IS something another. I don't know. It's the one that looks like a gray alien, and then the one that looks like the lizard dude. Those are the only two that I pre-ordered straight from the Horseman.
The one that looks like a bounty hunter.
Right.
The one that looks like Bosk. He's
right.
Even same colors as him. And the other one is a purple alien that looks like Cad Bane.
I'm gonna need multiples of the lizard dude.
Mm-hmm.
I have so many ideas that I want to use that figure for.
he's got such a good body, and it feels so weird to say that, but I'm trying to say it with a straight face, and he really does have a unique body, but
I was watching Mythic Conversations last week, and they did some impromptu pop and swaps live.
Yeah.
They were putting different heads, just the heads. They were only changing just the head. They weren't putting any extra other parts on that figure. Of course, they would rearrange like some of the armor pieces or whatever, and he comes with a couple of different collars, and they would do different combinations with that, with other heads from other Legion figures. And man, just putting another head on it, it's like that's another character. That's
right.
And it's so simple to do. It's ridiculous. Like, y'all stop, because I'm not buying 15 of this figure. All right. It ain't happening.
There was a scene. I'm sure you haven't watched it yet, but in the latest episode of Invincible.
Yeah, no, I haven't watched it yet.
Right. I know you haven't. There's a scene, and I think that that they must have a Horseman fan on their staff, because they cut to a scene where this skull, there's like this big mess, and this skull, it's all ashed and like burned, but it's still this skull that is like haunting on their that they pan back from during one scene. So you'll have to watch for that.
Okay.
But it was just like, oh man, they must be a Four Horsemen fan, because this is pretty iconic. Like, well, I'm sure there's lots of aliens, but
it's an original design from the Four Horsemen themselves. It's not borrowed from something else. So to see it in something like that, that's not the first time they've been on some type of TV show. There was, I forget what it was called, but the blue lizard looking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm such a fan. I know all the names. I can pronounce them perfectly.
Yeah, no.
Unapologetic, remember? Thygar or whatever I think his name is. Well, they made a bust, like a life-size bust of his head and part of his neck.
Yeah.
And so they share warehouse space. They're for the Four Horsemen headquarters. They share warehouse space with a props company. They make props for all kinds of stuff, TV shows and movies and Broadway shows or whatever they said that they do. And some TV show came to the studio and needed some type of sci-fi looking stuff for a particular episode of their show that they were doing, because it was supposed to be like they were making a sci-fi movie, so they needed like a creature and a couple of other things. That bust is in the show. Like,
nice. Yeah.
One of the guys in their studio or whatever on the show like walks by it, and it's like in the center of the room.
Yeah. Ah,
I don't know
trying to
what show
remember.
it is.
Yeah,
Couldn't tell
I
you.
know what you're talking about though, because I remember that, and I remember them talking about it.
Oh yeah, it was all over
And I watched
Facebook.
the show, and I remember seeing it. So I just can't think of what the show was. But
Yeah, don't ask me. I couldn't tell you what the name of it is. I could barely remember the character's name right now.
yeah, yeah,
Oh well.
I have pictures of that on my Instagram. Uh, that head bust that they used there. That was a really cool head bust. But anyway,
Yeah. So at some
um,
point, I've got those two figures supposed to be here tomorrow, but we'll see.
yeah, all depends on which way the wind blows. It seems.
Sometimes it feels that way.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
All right.
So I suppose I should get to the point of the episode.
Yeah. Let's do your movie first. I will admit I did try to watch this movie. I didn't stop because it was so bad. I stopped because out of frustration, my streaming service of choice that I tried just kept buffering,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't get the main TV in the house to myself to watch this type of movie because what little that I did see of it, it's all out war and all this stuff happening going on that I really don't think would be appropriate for my children to sit and watch.
Yeah,
So
there's some graphic
I
scenes,
didn't
but
get to watch it, but so this is your opportunity to convince me that I need to go back and watch this movie.
well, you do. And Jessica says she ended up with a concussion last week,
Oh,
or cut concussion this week, and apparently the story goes is Jeremy Renner tried to kill her.
what?
uh,
Okay, we
she
need
had
more
a
details.
she had a picture on the wall of Jeremy Renner and his like signature. It fell off the wall. I'm not gonna say what she was doing because I don't know. Just anyway, hit her head and busted her head a little bit, and she ended up with a concussion.
I'm
But
sorry to hear that, and I'm
yeah,
sorry for chuckling. It's just it sounds almost comical.
yeah. My mom says she just finished watching the movie Hunted, and it was awesome, and I know it is. So
So tell
yeah,
me about this movie.
she was sleeping when it happened, and
Good morning or good night.
right. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. And so anyway, this movie, there's a setup of war, and you should definitely go check this out, Jessica. Um, my mom is in here saying she watched it and
So
loved it. So
it was made in 2003.
yeah, it was
And it
made in
stars Tommy Lee
2003.
Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones, Benicio del Toro, and there's a dude from Supernatural in there, and all this other stuff. So
Oh well, see, you got the ladies right there. They're gonna go watch it just because you said
yeah, well, I know Jessica. She
that.
probably it's not Sam or Dean, but I think it was I think he played Satan in Supernatural. But anyway, um, yeah, I think it was Satan. I don't know. What's funny?
uh,
How ADHD can we go?
yeah. I think we've proved that we've we're fully capable of going off the rails the past few shows.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Okay,
Supernatural.
so
So
Supernatural is not going to get me to watch this movie, Dustin.
yeah, no. It shouldn't. It's about okay, think The Fugitive. Have you seen The Fugitive?
Yes.
Okay. Think of it like Fugitive mixed with Forged in Fire.
The TV show Forged in
Yes.
Fire?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I did not expect you to say that.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So here's how it goes. It's about this dude who he forms this bond and connection with who's called quote LT, which is Tommy Lee Jones' character, and it cuts to starts in the time of war, and it's like Kosovo or something like that, and all out bombs and nuts. It's just crazy nuts. Anyway, this dude shows him sneaking around, blending into his territory, and then you just see him pop up, and all of a sudden it's like it looks like dead bodies, and then all of a sudden he pops up, and he's there, and he's in and out into this building, stabs the crap out of this dude, and then it cuts to him in like Montana or Washington or something like that, and there's these hunters, and they're trying to hunt him, and well, not hunters. They're there to be swept. They're sweepers. That someone who goes in when someone goes off the base and off the rail and try to sweep up and clean up the mess, sweep it under the rug.
Okay.
And okay, so Jessica's helping me out here. She says an FBI Deep Woods tracker attempts to capture a trained assassin who has made a sport of hunting humans. Sort of. Okay. I wouldn't say he's made it a sport. He's just, it's like Rambo. It feels very much like Rambo.
He's just really into it.
No, because if you think about like the first Rambo, he wasn't into it.
Well, I mean, you got to be into it if you're going to make sport of hunting humans.
Yeah, but I don't think that synopsis is quite correct. That's not the vibe I get from him.
Okay.
It's just he's trying to expose the twisted and corrupt politicians and stuff like that. And he's like, they eventually capture him at one point, and they're talking about, okay, well, you obviously don't want me to talk about Zulu, blah, 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 blah. And he's just like, you're talking about stuff you don't know about. And there's cameras, they're recording, let's do this stuff, blah, 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 blah. And they're freaking out. So he's just Portland, Oregon. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. No, I know you probably just looked it up, but no, I was just saying, I didn't get the sense that he is making a sport of it. He just was. Okay, so my mom says he's offended by how people slaughter and hunt animals, so he hunts people with high power weapons. That sort of, yeah. But okay, so in Rambo, when people are like trained, gonna kill him, and they're basically trying to sweep him under the rug and say he doesn't exist, right?
Okay.
Well, he basically took out those two with ease, and it continues throughout the movie. He doesn't kill too many people. I think maybe a couple. But anyway, poorly explained movies, but it's just a really good movie.
It wouldn't be ADHD theater if it wasn't poorly explained.
Which normally it's funny because I was that to Kurt, because Kurt was the one he brought the ADHD into our theater. and he would be like, he would like do those explain a plot badly, and he'd be like, oh well, it's about this, and I'm just like, that's not what it's about. It's about this, because I wouldn't say I knew more than him. I just knew the movie and the synopsis or so. I don't know. Anyway, 4 hunters and 3 FBI agents. Yeah. Yep. So anyway, it's like Fugitive meets Hunted, or Fugitive meets Rambo meets Forged in Fire. Yes, I perceived it differently than Kurt. Yes.
Okay.
That's the word I was looking for. But anyway, it really is just a fantabulous movie. And the reason I say it's like Forged in Fire is because he taught them how to go into their surroundings, make weapons, and make deadly weapons and use them very effectively. And it's just, it was, and trust me, this is being explained better than it was originally explained to me by someone that introduced this to me. And so I know you can't know that, but I am telling you that with authority that it was explained poorly to me, because it was just like, oh dude, this movie's so good, you gotta watch it. And he just put it in his DVD player and press play and was like, you just gotta watch it. So, and that's what I was stuck with. And then I ended up, sure enough, I was like, wow, this is actually really good. And it became one of my favorite movies. So, yeah. That's that.
Well, I will probably be able to
Never
catch
check it
that. Probably Monday night.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
It'll be more like Tuesday morning by that time, but I mean, you get the gist.
Oh no, I'm frozen again.
You still there? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Let's close this. Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I need a new laptop. Because it's not my internet. It's my laptop. Let's close this out. And
well, it wouldn't be a show without somebody having some type of technical difficulties, would there?
Pretty much. Yeah. And that's just the way it goes, unfortunately.
All right. Well,
so it's been 43 minutes. So if I drop out, then we can just call it. My hourglass is just spinning. I'm not sure if there's anything I can do. Hey.
Your hourglass?
Yeah, the little spinny thing. What else can I end?
Uh-oh. Looks like he stepped out for a minute. Hopefully he'll be back. Probably just needed to refresh his screen. Yep, here he is. Welcome back, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be funky. Jessica says hers keeps freezing up as well. So my mom says, great movie. I would watch it again. I like action, blood, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Go, Mom.
Or YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't had any trouble on my end. Everything's running smooth.
I've been watching horror and Harry Potter for like 2 weeks now. Okay. Well, nothing wrong with that. I like horror movies. Horror. Anyway, but I've never watched a Harry Potter movie.
No kidding.
Yeah. Have you?
I have. I don't think I've seen them all.
Yeah.
I don't really.
Oh.
Like, okay, I remember maybe the first one. Yeah, I've seen the first one, and I don't know how many are there.
5 or 6.
How many?
5 or 6.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I have no idea which ones I've seen.
Follows part 1 and 2.
So I've seen the first one for sure, and then I've seen one where it was like a basilisk involved in it, and there was a dragon in one of them. I remember a big spider. I don't know.
Jessica says it's one of her favorite franchises. My mom says I tried to watch Potter, but was so bored I didn't even finish one. Okay, so there's 8 Harry Potter movies.
Holy crap!
I knew there was at least 5 or 6.
I have not seen them all.
Definitely not.
I tried to get my wife to start watching them with my kids because I figured they would like them, but she's so uninterested.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to do it.
Well, I mean,
I definitely don't have time to sit and watch 8 movies.
Yeah. Dude, I hear that. I mean, I have all the time in the world and I still don't have time for those movies. I actually need to go back and watch some of the older movies that I haven't seen, because I was just talking about this with Harley this past week. I'm a big samurai fan.
Okay.
But I haven't seen all the classic samurai movies, or Ronin or anything like that. And because we were talking about the new show called Ronin that's coming out in February or something, which
right.
I'm super excited for that.
I think I've seen a little snippet of that.
Yeah.
I've definitely not seen every samurai movie, but like I haven't seen, what is it, 47 Ronin, something like that.
Yeah, I went back and watched that. That was actually really good with Keanu Reeves. Or are you talking?
Yeah.
With Keanu Reeves?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that was actually a really good movie. But apparently there was a previous one that I was not aware of. Like those original 47 Ronin.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like I went back and watched. I just had the name in my head. Now I can't remember it.
Jessica says 47 Ronin was a decent movie. Yeah, I agree. And I don't recall your Harry Potter tattoo. You'll have to show me offline. 8 Harry Potter. Okay, yeah, we're caught up on comments.
Seven Samurai.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went back and watched that one, the original, because it was first I watched the Magnificent Seven, the Western.
Yeah.
And then I learned that it was based off of Seven Samurai.
Yeah.
So I went back and I watched that, and they're both great movies.
Yeah.
It's fun to see the parallels between the two.
Yeah, for sure. And that's one I also never watched, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a pretty decent movie.
Because wait,
it's
didn't you say that's the one you watched?
It's not terrible.
Yeah.
Wait. Who? You asking me?
Yeah.
No, I've seen that one. Wait, what's the question?
No, didn't you say that you watched that one, then went back and watched Seven Samurai? Because
no, it's called the Magnificent Seven. The Western is based off of Seven Samurai.
Okay. I think I'm on the same page now.
A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, that's something completely different. That's what
I was thinking of. Magnificent Seven. For some reason, that was in my head. I was thinking that movie, but I said Extraordinary Gentleman, which I have not. I have not seen that, and I have not seen.
I think you would like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah.
That seems right up your alley.
Yeah.
That's got Keanu Reeves in it. No, not Keanu Reeves. I'm sorry.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Now you got some of my wires crossed.
Yeah.
Sean Connery plays a starring role in it. Some of the characters that are in it are like Captain Nemo. He's in it.
Yeah.
And in the submarine's in it, the Nautilus. It's a very different take than the Disney movie.
I haven't seen the Disney
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea or whatever. No. You would recognize the Nautilus from that if you saw a picture of it. If you looked it up, you would. It's instantly recognizable. There's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Can you see
there you go. Yep.
That came with my 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea Nautilus miniature for Captain Nemo, because I actually ordered Captain Nemo from not Four Horsemen, Mezco.
Yep.
Nice.
And you have a giant robotic shark for him too.
Yeah.
And one of these little guys.
Yes, I do.
A Jeff the Shark.
That's my favorite photo I post for Dog Day. For National Dog Day, I post a picture of what's his name walking is Jeff the Shark. The it's my first Mezco ever, and I can't think of his name.
That was just
Baron Benz. Baron Benz.
Yeah, that's it. Baron Benz. Yeah. No, it was perfect timing when those came out because they released roughly around the same time, and I just happened to come across that little shark. I'm like, oh, this would be great to put with your dude.
Right. We got the Cyber Shark too that McFarlane put out. I wanted to do something with it, but I think I'm just gonna leave it. It's fine as is.
Yeah, I mean, a wash and a few dry brushes, maybe.
Yeah, well, maybe, but I could throw some Newland oil on it, and because that's the only thing I could think of as I'm sitting here at my desk. But
it would take a lot too. That thing's big.
Yeah, for sure. Oh goodness, I know. And my computer's still spinning. Yeah, it's still spinning. I don't know what for. But I don't know. I can end it from here too. Did we want to talk about Ahsoka at all? Or are we going to save it?
Well, since you're having computer issues, I think we'll save it for a future episode. Doesn't necessarily have to be ADHD theater, but you know.
Yeah. I need to get a new computer. Oh, goodness. Which, with what money, I'm not sure. So, yeah. But yeah, so other things that I've been watching. I caught up on V. I didn't catch up on it. I started watching V, the
spinoff.
The spinoff of The Boys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll go with spinoff. It's not like it's a sequel or anything. I haven't watched it yet, so don't spoil it.
Oh yeah, no, I won't. I'll just say that it's good. And
are all the episodes out, or are they doing like one a week type of thing?
They were doing one a week. The final episode just came out last night, which is what I haven't seen yet.
Oh, okay. How many episodes?
7.
7.
Yeah.
Wow, that's more than I thought.
Yeah.
What are we talking? Like an hour each? 30 minutes?
Yeah, roughly an hour.
Roughly an hour. Okay.
Yeah, I've been watching this show called Dark Winds, which I absolutely love, and I still have one episode of that left to watch, and the last episode of V. It is V, right? I think it's V.
I guess. I know what you're talking about.
The Boys spinoff show, whatever.
Right. Right. Yeah. Now I have red paint all over my hands. Great.
Gen V. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Anyway, I was struggling with that.
You got there.
Yeah. But yeah, so watch that. Oh, we finished watching Gen V. Yep. We finished watching New Girl. So we've moved on from that, and we're probably going to be watching Always Sunny and The Bear. Which is a pretty good show.
The Bear?
Yeah, it's called The Bear. It has I can't think of his name, but it has the dude from Shameless in it. He was one of the main dudes in Shameless. But
I remember there's a movie called The Bear, and it's what it was about a couple of bears, a little bear cub.
Yeah, I think I might have seen that movie.
It was like the mother bear died somehow, maybe a hunter or something, and so the little bear like followed this other grizzly around, this male grizzly that didn't really want to have anything to do with him, but ended up protecting him anyway.
Yeah.
And there's this scene where this hunter he's like hunting them, and then somehow the hunter like loses his rifle or whatever, and there's like a waterfall, and like the bear's on one side and he's on the other, and the bear roars right in his face.
I remember a movie called The Edge and
Oh, yeah.
Revenant.
The Edge is a good movie. Yeah, Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah. It was either Anthony Hopkins or Sean Connery.
Anthony Hopkins.
Okay.
Trust me.
And the Revenant, which I still haven't seen, but I heard it's one of the best bear movies. And of course, there's Cocaine Bears, which I still haven't seen.
Please don't recommend that.
Oh goodness!
That whole movie is based off of events that happened, but not like in that movie. What they found was a bear who had found the cocaine that fell off of this plane, and ate so much of it. He stuffed himself with it and killed him. The end.
The end. No big.
The bear OD'd on cocaine. The end. There was no crazy killings and all of that. That's all the made up stuff for the movie. I looked at it, I'm like, there's no way. No way. It's based off of actual events, my rear end. No. No, here's what actually happened.
Right.
Somebody's always trying
fun if you couldn't elaborate on the deaths.
Yeah, well, somebody's always trying to chase Sharknadoes. So
they already are doing a spinoff.
What?
They're already doing a spinoff
of what?
Cocaine Bear.
Oh no!
It's gonna be like, I don't know. I thought it was something to do with alligator or crocodile or cracked out crocodile or something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's a whole genre of horror movies of ridiculous animal type of stuff like Slaughterhouse.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I want to watch that.
No. I am not watching that.
It looks hilarious.
I'm sure it's worth a laugh.
Yeah. Oh no. There goes my... Oh wow, my browser tab finally opened. That I opened 15 minutes ago. But I can't do anything in it, so...
Yeah, well, we're just shooting the shit, so to speak, right now anyway. So, all right. Do you have any recommendations for the next show?
Okay, well, I'll make it easy. Let's watch. I've never seen this, but it's something I've been waiting to watch. Okay. She says Attack of the Meth Gator was the name being thrown for a spinoff.
Oh, jeez.
All right, so I'm gonna say let's watch The Money Pit. It's like an 80s movie.
Oh wow, yeah.
With Tom Hanks.
I haven't seen that since I was a kid.
Yeah.
We're going back to the 80s, huh?
Yeah. It's something that one of my friends from I used to work with was raving about, but at the time I couldn't watch it because I couldn't find it. And it's finally on Netflix now. So I say I say let's watch that for next week.
All right. Money Pit it is.
It was good back in the day.
I feel like I'm in a money pit myself.
Yeah, right? 1986, Jessica says. Always quick with the IMDb facts or whatever. She's a machine. All right. So, yeah, Money Pit for next week, because I plan on trying to get my wife to watch that with me. We keep picking TV shows and horror movies. She has me dug deep into horror movies, so at this point, I think I should just get another subscription to Shudder House or Shutterflix or Oh, it's just Shudder. Yeah, I think I should just do that one of these days. But yeah. So Money Pit. We'll just end it there. Money Pit next week.
All right, that's the show.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna end this here if I can figure out how to end this from my phone. All right. Until next week, come back, join us. Hopefully, if this wasn't too painful, and we'll talk Money Pit. So here we go. See you later.